Hey champions, welcome to Classroom Rewind. This is more than just a video. It's your step forward, your push toward greatness, and your chance to rise above. Grade 12s, this one's for you. Let's conquer those exams together. Like, comment, and share the power. Someone out there needs this boost, and you could be the reason they succeed. Today, we're exploring Cry My Beloved Country by Alan Paton. This story takes us to South Africa, a land of beauty and deep problems. At its heart is Reverend Stephen Kimelo, a priest in a small village whose family has been torn apart. His sister, brother, and only son have all left for Johannesburg, chasing new lives. Kimelo hasn't heard from them in ages, and his journey to find them will test his faith and reveal the pain of his country. The book contrasts the quiet countryside with the chaos of the city, showing how poverty and unfair laws can drive people to desperate choices. But it's also a story of hope, of how compassion and forgiveness can heal even the deepest wounds. Through Kimelo's eyes, we see how one family's struggle reflects the suffering of a whole nation. The story asks us to open our hearts and see the world through someone else's eyes. We'll walk with Kimelo through sorrow and small moments of joy. This is more than a story. It's a window into the soul of a country. It reminds us that every life is valuable, and that by reaching out, we can begin to mend what is broken. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and travel to a place where hope survives even in darkness. Let's begin our journey into. The journey starts with a father's love and a nation's pain. It's a powerful reminder that we are all connected, even in the darkest times. There is a way forward. This is a story about finding light in the shadows. Let's step into Kimelo's world. In the quiet village of Natcheni, Reverend Kimelo and his wife live with a heavy sadness. Their son Absalom is gone, lost to Johannesburg. One day, a letter arrives, rare and ominous. It's from Reverend Semengu in Johannesburg, not Absalom. The letter says Kimelo's sister Gertrude is very sick and needs help. Fear for his sister awakens deeper fears for his son. Johannesburg is a place of both opportunity and danger, a city of gold and broken dreams. Kimelo must leave his familiar hills and face the unknown to help his family. He takes the money saved for Absalom's education, a painful sacrifice. His wife helps him pack, and together they pray for safety and reunion. Kimelo sets out, not knowing how much this journey will change him. He is a simple priest, a father searching for his lost children. The journey is more than a train ride. It's a step into the heart of his country's troubles. The letter is a call to courage. Kimelo's hope and fear are now bound together. He leaves behind the green hills, carrying only faith and love. The journey to Johannesburg has begun. The fate of his family, and perhaps his nation, hangs in the balance. Kimelo's story is about to unfold. Kimelo's train ride to Johannesburg is a journey into the unknown. The landscape shifts from green hills to dusty plains, then to the yellow mine dumps, symbols of the city's promise and peril. Arriving at the chaotic station, Kimelo is overwhelmed and quickly cheated by a stranger. Lost and ashamed, he learns his first lesson. Trust is hard to find in the city, but a kind stranger guides him to Reverend Semengu's mission house, a small light in the city's darkness. The contrast is stark. In Natcheni, life is slow and communal. In Johannesburg, it's fast and crowded. And lonely, Kimelo feels invisible, just another face in the crowd. The city breaks the land with its mines, and Kimelo fears it breaks people, too. He clings to hope, but the city's harshness is undeniable. The journey has only just begun, and already Kimelo is changed. Johannesburg is a world apart from everything he knows. Kimelo steels himself for what lies ahead. With Reverend Semengu's help, Kimelo finds his sister Gertrude in a desperate part of the city. She's lost in poverty and illegal liquor, But Kimelo's love convinces her to leave that life behind. For a moment, hope returns. Gertrude agrees to go home. But the search for Absalom is far harder. Kimelo and Semengu follow a trail through townships and reformatory schools, piecing together Absalom's troubled life. They learn he's fallen in with a bad crowd and vanished. Kimelo's hope fades as the city seems to swallow his son. He meets Absalom's pregnant girlfriend, but she, too, is lost. The search exposes the harsh realities of black life in Johannesburg: poverty, overcrowding, and despair. Kimelo's quest becomes a painful lesson in his country's injustice. Each step reveals more about the forces that break families apart. The city's darkness grows, but Kimelo presses on. He will not give up on his son. The search ends in heartbreak. Absalom is arrested for murdering Arthur Jarvis, a white man who fought for justice. Kimelo is shattered. His son, raised with hope, is now accused of a terrible crime. In prison, Absalom confesses. He didn't mean to kill, but fear and desperation took over. The crime deepens the divide between black and white communities, fueling fear and sorrow. Kimelo grieves for both his son and the man his son killed. The tragedy becomes a symbol of the country's sickness, cycles of fear, violence, and brokenness. Kimelo must now stand by his son through the trial, facing a legal system he barely understands. His personal pain is now a public drama. The quiet priest is at the center of a storm, his faith tested as never before. The journey that began with hope has led to the darkest of places. Kimelo must find strength to endure. While Kimelo faces his son's crime, James Jarvis, father of the murdered Arthur, begins his own journey. Jarvis, a wealthy white farmer, never truly understood his son's passion for justice. After Arthur's death, Jarvis visits his son's home and discovers his writings, pleas for compassion and equality. Through Arthur's words, Jarvis sees the world anew, the broken tribal system, families torn apart, and the duty of the privileged to act. These revelations shake Jarvis, blending grief with a new sense of purpose. He realizes his son was building bridges between divided worlds. Jarvis now faces a choice: retreat into sorrow or continue his son's work. The discovery transforms him, opening his heart to the suffering around him. Arthur's legacy becomes a call to action. Jarvis is changed forever. Kimelo and Jarvis meet by chance at Arthur's home. Kimelo, overcome with shame, confesses he is the father of the boy who killed Jarvis's son. The moment is raw and silent. Two fathers bound by tragedy. Jarvis responds not with anger, but with quiet understanding. Their shared grief becomes a fragile bridge between them. Absalom's trial ends with a guilty verdict and a death sentence, a crushing blow for Kimelo. Both fathers are left with unimaginable loss. Yet, the seed of understanding between them begins to grow. Jarvis, reading his son's words, sees the world that shaped Absalom, a world of poverty and hopelessness. Their personal tragedies force them to see the bigger picture, a broken system that creates victims on both sides. They're no longer just a white farmer and a black priest, but two fathers united in loss. Their grief becomes a foundation for something new. The story asks, what will they do with their pain? Can shared sorrow lead to healing? The answer begins to take shape in their actions. Even in loss, there is a path forward. If you are finding value in this video, please do me a favor and like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell. This really motivates me a lot to keep bringing you educational videos like this. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!